Hi Martine, Daphne here. How are you? Thank you for sending in your essay. I've got two from you. I will check if they're the same ones, but they both come up on my list at the same time. So sorry for the delay in getting back to you on those. Don't know quite what happened. Let's go. This is to do with, has technology made man more sociable? Okay. So experts throughout both the developing countries, good, I like that, have debated whether, very good, automation has increased human socialization. Okay, I can see what you're doing is paraphrasing, which is really good, but you need to tell me what you mean, because automation is like any kind of machinery which has an engine in it, which has a motor in it. But so you need to say, uh, maybe instead of modern automation, say modern inventions, such as smartphones. I think that'd be more natural. Automation is not, doesn't really seem like the right word here to me. There's increased socialization. Some people believe its impact is immeasurable. I-am, not un, I-am, immeasurable. Personally, I strongly agree. This essay will analyse both sides using examples. Yeah, okay. Now here I would say why? Because something. It needs a bit of development, because I could say that these are all sort of empty sentences in a way, and that they could relate to any IELTS essay, not your IELTS essay right now. You see what I mean? When you read them through, you'll probably, I hope, see what I mean. So some people believe its impact is immeasurable because we are now able to communicate instantly with people, friends and family all over the world. Yeah, that relates it back to your essay. Okay, then you can have this essay well analysed. So keep thinking about making these sentences relevant to this essay right now. There's ample evidence that mechanization, again, yes, you're right, you're kind of, you know, you're trying to get around technology, but okay, let's go with this, has made people more interactive. The central reason behind this is twofold. Firstly, recent advances in computers have bridged the gap, that's nice, in communication and transportation. Develop this. So what does that mean? Yeah. So how have they bridged the gap? What have they done? We can send emails, we can travel the world, we can fly, we can do this. Explain what you mean here. This is really, really important to develop the argument as you go along. It's a nice sentence, but I want to know more about that. Secondly, cultural diversities or differences. We normally talk about cultural differences. Are being explored due to enhanced computerization. For example, recent research by the US government demonstrated that 60% of married American couples with different cultural backgrounds initially met. Okay, interesting. And gained unrestricted access to each other through convenient transport. Gained, maybe were to benefit from. I don't think you can gain access. I mean, yes, you can gain access. That's the right word. But I don't think you gain access to people like that. So I think I would better put here, able to benefit from unrestricted access to each other through convenient transport means like Uber. Yes, okay. Yeah, I mean, you're giving your example of transport. But I still think you need to develop it here. I think it's a nice example, this. Recent research, 60% of married, you don't need them married. Married American couples with different cultural backgrounds initially met and courted online via the sophisticated application. Facebook. So this relates it back to technology. So this is the clever technology, Facebook, and through convenient transport means, yes, like Uber, taxi, good. Okay, so these adjectives like convenient and sophisticated are really important. That gets you nice marks on the Lexis. Therefore, it's conclusively clear that applied science, you can say technology, you've got to. has made a tremendous impact on human sociability. Good. Okay. Okay. That's a nice paragraph. Good examples here. Although there are numerous breakthroughs in people socializing due to improved mechanics, due to and here put mobile phones, yeah, computers, something like that. I think too much mechanization. I know you're trying, but it doesn't feel natural. One, don't need one. If you have although, you don't need one. You don't need buttermilk. One cannot ignore some minor threats. Threats. Here we go with the H. It poses on individuals being clubbable. Now, I don't know what you mean by that. That's not an English word, so maybe you need to just write me a sentence and tell me what you mean by that. This is largely because, not because of, because here, just go straight into this noun. Technological advancements create, so advancements create, plural verb, complacency among people. For instance, you need to, before you give me the example, you need to explain what you mean. What do you mean? Okay, why, how? So in the way you're going to organize this, I know you're working with a template and you are doing a brilliant job, but give me a little bit more here. Complacency, how do you mean complacency? And then give me the example, okay? So for instance, an extensive study showed that 20% of unemployed middle-aged men would rather, need a modal verb in there, would rather spend their time watching Netflix or playing PlayStation than making new friends, okay? So complacency, and then you need to become something about lazy, yeah? So make your points there. Before you come into your example, thus it's possible to state that if there's an increase in self-comfort through technology, it's expected to be a decrease in, oh, well done, okay, I see what you're doing. Okay, if there's an influence through self-indulgence, not self-comfort, that doesn't exist, self-indulgence, and you want laziness or a trend towards being introvert. There isn't a noun. A trend towards introvert through technology. That means it's expected there could be, use could rather than will, be a decrease in extroversion. That I know what you mean, extrovert. It does the extroversion. There isn't a noun. Decrease in people going or making. No, hang on. Let's have this in face to face. Sorry. Okay, that would solve that problem there. Very good point. Really interesting. Develop it. Tell me more. I want to know more. It's interesting. From the arguments examples, S, I firmly believe that advanced automation has made humans more open to themselves and learning about each other, despite some drawbacks. It is predicted that the influence breakthrough will continue to grow. Good, excellent. You've done so well there. It's a really, really good essay using the template. Well done. Really impressed. There's lots of good stuff there. And all we're going to do here is just add in a few more sentences. And that's fine. Your grammar is nice. Really nice vocab. A couple of strange words, but basically really, really nice. Well done. Great start. So put the graph in so we can see where we're going, okay? So the graph shows distribution of two colours. It wants OUR of footwear, all one word, across 9 various countries. Yes, European countries, countries in Europe then. Or you can always change the European adjective to Europe noun. It's quite a good trick in 2018. Overall, capital letter. The highest purchase of both brown and black occurred in Hungary and Italy. The sales, while, so these are really important. These little words like this, which I'm going to add in. While, these words with contrast. So these are super important. Write them down on your note, a list of words to use. While the So I'm connecting it. Sales of black coloured, so we're just going to correct that all the time, yeah? Footwear or shoes. You can say shoes. I mean, sometimes you have to. Don't worry. You can't. You know. In Hungary, tripled that of France during this period. Super. Really like that. Tripled that of. Amazing. Yes, yes. Well done. The transaction. No, go. You can't have transaction because the number of brown sales sold were strikingly similar. Now, is this still your overall sentence? No, we've come down, have we? Okay. So laid out clearly so I can see one intro, one overall, and then two details. Yeah, two details paragraphs, but not just two details. Okay. You got okay. The transaction. So the number of brown colour shoes sold was. So if I put the number, I have to change it if I was strikingly similar in Germany and Hungary. Okay. Poland had the highest number. Purchases it would have to be. Highest purchases of brown shoes as compared to Belgium, which was the lowest. Good. So well, instead of had, why don't you go showed? And Belgium instead of was, you can put witness. So let's change the verbs around, make it a little bit more interesting, higher level, but great on the superlatives. Well done. There was also an increase. Increase. Now you can't have increase because you don't know where it was before. So careful of this. Increased purchase. So there was in UK and Belgium, purchase or the number of quantity of brown shoes sold was also higher than brown. You have to make the comparisons because if you say increase, I could think you're talking about compared to 2017, and we don't know that. Hungary and Italy recorded the largest number of transactions for both colours of footwear, so spelling and join that together, at just over 100,000 units. Units or pairs, we don't know, it's a bit confusing. The transactions for, so try and avoid transactions, yeah? So change it round. The number of black shoe sales or black shoe sales grew tremendously. You don't know that. You can't use a verb like grow because you don't know what it was before. Remember, it's a static chart. So just say were high. We were high this year, or were the highest, or something, compared to sales of black. You can't use dropped. Yeah. Just give me the number. Just tell me what it was. You can't. Do you see what I mean? It's not moving. You don't know what the year before was, so you can't use those verbs. Transactions of brown footwear was, so transactions was, yeah, sorry. Transactions were, okay, it's one of those weird verbs, isn't it? Transactions were, my mistake. Broadly similar in German and Hungary with, that's okay. You see, that's like a static. It's not a dynamic verb. That verb isn't moving. These verbs are moving. You can't have the moving verbs. Poland had the highest amount, or showed. A brown, wild, yeah, nice one. Recorded an extremely small amount at approximately 5,000. Yeah, that's good. That's fine. In contrast, but recorded higher than what? Yeah, higher sales of, yeah, or comparatively high. You could have, which would be quite nice. So if you use comparatively high, that means it's comparatively high compared to brown. Okay, so you could use that. Comparatively high sales of black shoes at this period or this year with 110,000. Okay, really nice. You've done that very well, that task one. That is really a very good answer. Okay, little things just to watch out for. Obviously, that and mix up your subjects. You know, sometimes it's Poland that's the subject, sometimes it's the brown shoes, and as many comparative structures as you can. Really good, Martine. Great work.